I'ma just TLDR this video for you right here. Quit playing a video game as soon as it becomes unfun. Unless you plan on putting the work to actively become better. One of my dreams is to be good at Rocket League. To be able to fly around, do cool triple plays around opponents, like hit balls off the walls, the ceilings, and do crazy passing plays. I have over 500 hours of that game on Steam, and I just refuse to give up on it now. But I'm giving up on MMOs. Is it a waste of time to play video games? For too long, yes. Playing a game for the first time is a ton of fun. But as you get better and more experience, it becomes not as fun. Hell, I only play competitive games, so it only becomes more serious over time because you want to win. Years ago, I heard a quote which resonated with me. I remembered it wrong, but the wrong version is what stuck. If you're not playing to be the best, you're just wasting your time. I think we can all agree on our time being our most valuable currency. So why waste it? Or what is a waste of it? Hell, what is the meaning of our time? Why are we alive? Blah blah blah, it gets philosophical. This is my video though, so my personal philosophy is that the meaning of life is just to enjoy yourself. I take a hedonistic view. Hell, that's simplifying it way too much because I agree with Nietzsche's views on suffering as a key of happiness because it creates complexity within yourself and forces introspection, which shapes how you interact with the world. Overcoming obstacles creates joy, blah blah blah, whatever. God, bringing up philosophy is probably the worst thing to do here. So let's stick with psychology instead. Brainiacs or neuroscientists find that for sports fans, watching their favorite team lose activates the same regions of the brain that physical pain does. Hell, higher the expectations, the worse the pain feels. So coming close to a goal can be more painful than being very far away from it. So, if watching your favorite sports team lose can cause you pain, imagine being hard stuck in bronze. Playing a new game and learning is fun. But as you get more experience, it becomes less enjoyable because now you have all these expectations and goals. Your pride is now on the line. If you're not playing to be the best, you should just quit because only winning is fun. Let me elaborate on what winning and being the best is, because you're never gonna actually be the best. I mean, you could, but that's not what I really mean here, okay? There's many ways to win. It's called achieving goals. Being the best is more like being very good at the hobby you invest your time in. Okay? So, how can you win besides just a victory screen? Since this all seems to be on the topic of competitive MMOs, you can set goals for each match. So by improving and completing a goal, you are winning. There is a downside to this, and I'll get to that later, but yes, it is related to what I said before about becoming closer to a goal. It can be more painful than being very far away from it. Like a dumb happy noob. And because this is my video, let's talk about me. So, let's talk about my gaming history. I only exclusively played MMOs growing up. I loved them because they built social skills. Obviously, I didn't think of it in terms of skills when I was a toddler. I was like, I'm gonna play this game because it increased my fucking social skills. No, it's because I didn't like the people around me, so the people online were just a lot cooler, okay? So, I just know I had more fun playing games where I could socialize and share my accomplishments with others, rather than investing time into a game where all my time investment disappeared with the save cartridge. So, how come everyone today always says that in the world today, the internet has us disconnected. Yet, when I was younger, on the internet, we developed numerous ways to emotionally express and connect with each other. There was no social disconnect, okay? It was like the complete opposite. All we had was each other online. It was just our personalities clashing with each other, and we truly got to appreciate and know one another. It was pretty amazing. But don't forget the theme of this video. If you're not playing to be the best, you become a nobody. I was a somebody when I began playing MapleStory. Let me tell you something. I was a foreign MMO gamer, okay? So I was playing on the Korean servers. Yes, 13 to 14 years old, I was stealing KSSNs, you know, don't judge me. I didn't know it was identity fraud when I was a kid. I just wanted to play Korean games, okay? Don't judge me. Alright, anyways, you bet your ass I was in the NA MapleStory beta when it came out. When it was first announced, I was there, of course. All the experience I had from the Korean server, yes. I still have the beta bandana to this day. If I log into my account, I still have it. I never sold it. I know how much money it was on the market. I never sold my beta bandana. I still got it. So we was flousing, okay? We flousing on people. I was one of the front runners in that game. I was a somebody, and by being a somebody, I had a ton of friends. But eventually, I just couldn't keep up with the grind. If anybody knows old school MapleStory, to get to level 30 was just hell, and then to get every single level from that was worse, harder than it took you the whole time to get from level 1 to 30. So it was insane grind. And every day I began to communicate less and less with the community. I saw my friends less because of our level differences, and eventually I didn't even know why I still played. Honestly, I hated the game. Every single day on the forums. I was on Nexon forums, and I was on other MMO forums, and I just bash it all day on the forums, and yet still log in and mindlessly grind. I did not have fun. I just had goals. And goals I wasn't even achieving. So obviously this made me quit. I gained a skill though, a very valuable skill that's helped me with every single MMO I've ever played. And even if I leave the gaming sphere, this skill also helped me in my life, in my job, my career. That skill, I could mindlessly grind and enjoy it. I know. Crazy, right? True story. I could mindlessly do tasks without a single complaint, and I had the patience of a goddamn god, okay? Don't smite me, please. But yes, I was zen-like. Anybody who played old school RuneScape on dial-up internet knows the zen-like focus and peace levels needed to be able to sit at that screen, sit in front of your computer, and wait for every single map to load. Like, every time you booted up that game and slowly watch the graphics appear on your screen from the top of the browser to the bottom, zen like patience. Monotony, that was no enemy. It wasn't even an obstacle. My mind, who knows where it was? I don't know. I was in automatic mode. I could wash dishes, work a shitty grocery job, stocking shelves, write code. I can write code for 8 hours straight with a bag of Skittles and some water and enjoy it. Years of grinding in MMOs made me an apex predator for the job market. I could do the most boring menial tasks and it would not faze me. So when you're new to something though, everything is exciting. When you're halfway, you're just doing the motions. But when you complete your goal, that's when you feel the joy. But then you need to find the thing that gave you that joy again. So then you find another game and then do it again. That's video games. MMOs are a bit different. The end goal is much further away, and sometimes it just never ends. So let's not talk about MMOs. In a MOBA, You're not having fun CSing in lane. You've done it time and time again. It's automatic. You're not thinking about it. You have fun when you outplay your opponent, though. You get frustrated, like if you're the one behind, and you experience anger, especially if you're the one that loses. Especially if you were the one completing all your goals in lane, executing well, winning. And I told you I'd get to this later. For the conclusion of all that pride, expectation you built up by doing well, and you still lose, anger. And if you're not the best, man, there's no point of playing. Don't play League of Legends if you're not playing to be the best, okay? Don't play Dota 2 if you're not playing to be the best, okay? Don't play MOBAs if you're not playing to be the best, or else you'll just be upset. You'll win more if you actively focus and improve on specific skills. However, getting better means you rank up, meaning you're always playing others with similar skills. So even pros, the best players in the world at the game, will have overall win rates in the 50%. The 50 percentile. You can check it up on OPGG or whatever MOBA you currently play. Check up their win rates. Usually around the 50 percentile. It's just crazy. They're the best at the game. That's why it's always fun until you're hard stuck into a specific division. 50% of the time you're gonna feel good at the end of a 40 to 50 minute investment. Is that really enough for you? Video games are fun with friends because you are playing to be the best at something. A good friend. Yes, if you're helping somebody else have fun and vice versa, you're achieving the ultimate goal, happiness. Rapport, you're building rapport with your teammate, well, your mate, obviously, and we're talking about friends here, and your communication skills are improving. So many skills are increasing beyond just the skills used within the game. That's why you can have fun losing when you're playing with a good friend. But it doesn't always go that way, does it? What if that mate of yours is not a good friend? Or what if they just want to win? What if while you're playing, you're only chatting just about the game and you're focused, laser focused, but you're losing matches? You're letting down somebody else. Feel worse. If you were great at the game, you wouldn't have let them down. There's no point of playing the game unless you're playing to improve and be the best. Goals. Active goals. Even in the MMORPG, if you're not actively achieving any goals, you're wasting your time. If you're grinding WoW and you can't finish a raid, you're not having fun. Just quit. Don't stick around raging at all your gamemates every day. I mean, unless you recorded a YouTube and you upload it, just screaming and yelling at your guildmates. Then it's funny for everybody else, but not for the people in your guild, okay? And not for yourself. That's just it's toxic. Why are you doing that to yourself? Hey, look, video games are skills like any other. I'll bet useless skills, but even useless skills are useful. They bring joy into your life. I mean, many people make careers out of gaming. Useless skills usually come with a community, and community brings you a sense of belonging. And having a sense of belonging is one of the better paths to achieving happiness. And don't forget that too much of one bad thing can be bad, blah, 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 whatever, balance, whatever. But the end goal is to be happy, right? So let's break it down. Break down the game or hobby by specific skills. Gain proficiency at those skills and you'll feel good. And it'll increase the amount of time you feel good while playing. If the game is any good, it should have this built in. Yeah, the game's good, it should have this built in. However, Today, most online gamers prefer to play competitive games, where you would have to figure out these targets and goals on your own. This is why I'm not going to continue MMO Hunt. This is a series you've never heard of because I only made like 1-2 videos on it. Well, no, 1 video. It's gone. Okay, it's gone. But this is the reason why. This is why I wrote this in the first place, because I need to do something more worthwhile with my time that gives me this high, this dopamine hit. But it needs to be stretched out for a longer period of time. It needs to be a skill that I can use in other things. Cognitive skills. You can't play to be the best if you're jumping around and quitting every single game after a day or so. It's just it's a good idea for a radio series, but it's just not good for your health, like your happiness health. I mean, you get the little dopamine hits, you're jumping around and around, but it's just gonna burn out. People stick around in similar gaming genres for this reason, by the way, because of cognitive skills. Cognitive skills translate. If you're well practiced at aiming and shooting, other aiming and shooting games will come easier to you. The downside is that you'll blow through the happy noob stage where you're just, oh wow, new game. You'll experience that much quicker. So then you get to the angry teammates stage a lot quicker. People punish themselves in competitive games like League because you don't even need to win, or hell, you don't even need to play to get that first dopamine high. Just thinking that you have a chance to win gives you a jolt of the feel good stuff. But I'm sure you're aware, when you actually play League, you're left with this giant void and disappointment. That's why if you're not playing to be the best, it's just best to quit. Once you realize you're not going to focus and put in the time and effort to actually improve, you'll be much happier to quit and invest your time into something you can actually be the best at. I invested my time in a useless skill of spinning 2 balls on a string around, and it led me to traveling all around the States, doing shows and filming a gosh darn commercial. The best of it all? I became somebody in the community, and that feeling of belonging was what kept me going. It kept me creating content. It kept me feeling alive. People actually care. Right now, I'm sick. I can't go outside. My health is bad, so I found that playing video games honestly made me feel even more bitter and lonely than before. I just needed something to do, but in the long run, it just was not making me feel good at the end of it. I only play competitive games now, and I was good at one game, and it made me feel the passion of being alive and belonging to a community once again, but then they shut down that game, so but I know I can't be the best at Rocket League. I'm playing it right now, and I'm trying every day. Some days I don't even play ranked. I just dream about the skills of being able to fly free, doing cool shit with my car, man. It's such an awesome skill that I envy in others. But I'm trying to learn that it might not be my thing. Every day I go into training, I fly around, I dribble around, do the workshop courses, like every single day, trying to work on my little mechanics, but it's not clicking with me. I know how to work on skills, just grind over and over and over again. Eventually you'll get it. I know eventually I'll get it, but it just might not be my thing. And if I can't be the best, I should move on. Find my thing. Find something I can excel at. Like, I've always been interested in AI and automation, but I've never done the push to try and do it on my own. It seems like hard work and intense time investment, but with my long history of gaming, don't have all the skills to exceed exactly that. Hell, chatting and arguing views on forums all day is probably the reason why I loved every second of creating this video. My time wasn't wasted on video games. I learned skills. Video games are not a waste of time. but they become a waste of time when you're not playing to be the best. And I'm gonna live my best life with the tools I have available right now. And I hope you do too. TLDR. Quit playing a video game as soon as it becomes unfun, unless you plan on putting in the work to actually become better, or else you're just gonna be bitter. That's my take on it anyways. You got your own lives. That's all I have to say. Peace. Anyways, thank you for listening. This was the first video I've ever done like this. It was pretty fun, but don't expect more of it. Honestly, I just want to keep my YouTube channel random, like whatever I feel like doing. I like creating content for the fact of creating content. I don't know why I'm getting into this. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Thank you.